Yeah.
Hi, I'm Alex Lesiuk. I'm going to be demonstrating how to safely administer and prepare an IV medication via the piggyback route. So to start, we're going to compare the physician's orders on a MAR. We got Vancomycin, Fin, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9. And our patient has no known allergies. All orders are double signed and properly transcribed. And so we're going to be giving Vancomycin today because our patient has been admitted with cellulitis on her left arm. And I'm going to note here that we do have a primary infusion running right now of normal saline at the IV at a rate of 25 cc per hour, continuous infusion. So I have went over the physician's orders and they do match our MAR. So I'm going to then find our medication. I'm going to do hand hygiene. And I'm going to find our medication. So here we have Vancomycin. I'm going to compare it to the MAR. We got for Vancomycin, Vancomycin, right drug, right dose is 500 milligrams, right route, IV, right time frequency, Q12H. It was given last 12 hours ago, so we're going to give it now. And this isn't expired and it is for IV use, so we can get that. I'm going to refer to our provincial drug monograph. Here we got Vancomycin. It's an antibiotic. It is a vesicant or an irritant, so we'll make note of that. It can be administered by nurse or student nurse. The usual dose is 30 milligrams per kg every 24 hours. Max single dose 3 grams. Max daily dose is 6 grams. It's supplied as 500 milligrams or 1 gram vial. I have the 1 gram vial here, so we can get our dose of 500 milligrams. For reconstitution, it says for 1 gram vial, add 20 ml of sterile water for injection for a final volume of 20 ml, final concentration of 50 milligrams per ml. And then for dilution, because our patient doesn't have any fluid restrictions, we're going to dilute in a 100 ml mini bag of normal saline and administer that over 30 minutes. It is compatible with D5W and normal saline, and some potential hazards include rash, dyspnea, wheezing, and we'll make note of that. Alright, so to start, I'm going to find my sterile water. So I'm going to do hand hygiene again. I'm going to open up the tops of my vials and clean both of the tops for 30 seconds, let them dry for 15. While they're drying, I'm going to open up my syringe, maintaining sterility. I'm going to wing back the tips. I'm going to draw up here for this 1 gram vial. We're going to need to put in 20 ml of sterile water. So I'm going to inject pull out a little bit extra, do the scoop method.
I'm going to clean this one again because it's been standing there for a while. So I'll use
make sure there's no bubbles in there. I'm going to go over the sink and get out the excess. So I do have 10 there.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'm going to inject that into my vial. Let the air out. Do our scoop method. And then I'm going to need another 10 ml of sterile water. So I'm going to swab the top of that off for 30 seconds, let it dry for 15. Inject our
fluid. Here I have 20 ml of sterile water. Now I'm going to put it in there.
Pull back a little bit extra. Scoop method.
I'm going to use another alcohol swab. I'll clean it for 30 seconds.
Get out all the bubbles.
Clean to dry. Now I'm going to instill the sterile water to mix the together.
Make sure I have 10 there.
Here you go.
I'm going to heat up now.
And I'm going to put that into my vial.
I'm going to roll it. Now I
Air
have
out.
20 ml. I have a total of 20 ml in here.
Do the scoop method. So now I'm going to gently rotate this in my palms, making sure that it is fully reconstituted. So I have the full 20 ml of sterile water in here, final volume of 20 ml. That means I have a concentration of 50 milligrams per ml. So for our dose of 500 milligrams, I did my math here, and I need I need 10 ml, so I can do that. So I'm going to swab the top off again for 30 seconds, let it dry for 15. Make sure to maintain sterility. Pull back 10 ml of air.
So I'm going to be getting 10 ml of this medication as per my calculation. And I'm going to put another alcohol.
Pull back a little bit extra. Do our scoop method.
I'm going to clean for 30 seconds. Wait for 15 to dry.
Make sure that there's no bubbles in there. I'm going to do this over mid-waist. Get to the 10 ml. And here we have our 10 ml of medication.
Okay.
Okay. So next I'm going to do my second check here. So we have for Vancomycin, that's the right patient. Right drug is Vancomycin. So here we have our Vancomycin. Here's Vancomycin, right dose, 500 milligrams. I have 1 gram in this vial and at a concentration of 50 milligrams per ml. So I have 10 ml, and I have checked here. I do have 10 ml with no bubbles. So that's the right dose. Right route is IV. This is for IV. Right time frequency is Q12H. It was given last 12 hours ago. So it is now time to give it. And I also am going to note that I have checked our sterile water and it is not expired either. So next I'm going to figure out here. So we need to dilute this in 100 ml mini bag of normal saline, our dose of 500 milligrams. So here's my normal saline. I'm going to swab the port for 30 seconds, let it dry for 15. I also check to make sure that our mini bag is not expired. I'm going to dilute our medication in our mini bag, do the scoop method, and this will go in the sharps container. And then I'm going to gently rotate our medication to make sure that it is all dispersed. Then I'm going to write up a label here. So we have Vancomycin, drug name is Vancomycin, dose is 500 milligrams, volume is 10 ml, diluent is 100 ml, concentration right now is 50 milligrams per ml.
So I'll have a total volume of 110 ml.
Date and time.
The right route is IV. That makes sense because IV medication then has been given, so the right time is now. So now I have a total. I'm going to put my medication into this bag.
And I have figured out here, so I have now a dose of, I have volume of 110 ml, and I'm going to be running that over 30 minutes. So that means I'm going to have to run my pump at 220 ml per hour. And there's my. So next, I'm going to attach that sticker to my mini bag. Then I'm going to grab all the supplies I need. I'm going to make sure that my medications are away in the appropriate spot. I'm going to grab my secondary set. I've got my medication. I'm going to grab some alcohol swabs and my MAR. Okay, and then I'm going to head over to my patient's room. So upon entering patient's room, I'm going to do an entry safety check, making sure the patient's in no distress. I'm going to introduce myself. Hi, I'm Alex Lesiuk, student nurse. I'm here to give you your IV medication today. Could you just state your first and last name for me? So he would verbally state her first and last name. So we got Vancomycin, and I'm comparing to the MAR, Vancomycin, on birthday of 20 October 1960, that matches. And do you have any allergies? She says no allergies. Perfect. So just excuse me for a sec while I do my third check. So for my third check, we got right patient, Vancomycin, right drug, Vancomycin, right dose, 500 milligrams, right route, IV, this is for IV, right time and frequency is Q12H, it was given last 12 hours ago, so we're good to go ahead and give that. Alright, so I'm going to explain to Vancomycin. So we're here to give you Vancomycin. It's an antibiotic for your cellulitis scratch that you got. You were admitted because your cat scratched your arm there. So we're giving you this antibiotic. Some possible side effects you might experience are a rash, possibly dyspnea or wheezing. If you experience any of those side effects, please ring the call bell and let me know, and I'll come and help you out. Are you okay with taking this medication today? So she would say that she's okay. She does have the right to refuse, so we can continue on with our administration. So next, I'm going to check the IV site here. So I'm going to palpate around the site here. Do you have any pain? She says no pain. I'm going to assess for any phlebitis or infiltration or redness. That's all good. And then I'm going to assess our bag here. So it is a normal saline, which is compatible with our medication. The line is not expired, and all the clamps are open, and it is infusing at the appropriate rate stated in the physician's order. So now I'm going to set up my pump. So we're going to start by putting this slightly lower. Then I'm going to make sure that my roller clamp is clamped. I'm going to maintaining sterility. Spike our bag and hang that above. I'm then going to use an alcohol swab off the port for 30 seconds, the port above the Baxter pump. And then I'm going to connect that up. After that, I'm going to open up our clamp and back prime, make sure that all the bubbles are out. So once I'm sure that all the bubbles are out, I'm going to make sure that our drip chamber is filled to the appropriate level, which is about half. Hang that there. I'm going to then program into our pump here. So our secondary, it's going to be at a rate of 220 mLs per hour for a volume of 110. I'm going to hit confirm secondary and then hit start. I'm going to wait till I see 3 drips. So 1, 2, and there's 3. So after I see 3 drips, I'm going to let Vancomycin know that your medication is infusing now. I'll let her know that if she has any of those side effects, please during the call bell and let me know. I'll come and assess. I'll let her know I'll be back in half an hour to program in a 15 ml flush at the secondary rate to make sure she does receive the full dose of the medication. I'll also be assessing for therapeutic effect of the medication. I will then do my documentation on the MAR, so I'll make sure to document on the right spot with my initial and the time. I'm going to be documenting on any ins and outs sheet as well, the fluid balance, and I will do my exit safety check. That's it.